All right. Hi, I'm Nikki from the Morning Mix. And hi, there we go. I am with Tina Brown from Jewel Osco again.
Yes.
And I love having you here.
I love being here.
Well, first off, we got to hang out last year. We kind of did this whole thing talking about moments at Jewel. And I didn't know what to expect going in. I was like, this is because it was an entirely new program, right?
First year.
And wow, I loved it so much. And I was so thrilled to hear that it's back. And from what I remember, like we kind of talked about how it all came about. It was your idea.
Yep. Working mom.
Own it. Love it. So kind of reintroduce people to Moments.
Okay. So this is our second year of Moments at Jewel Osco. This year we're calling it Every Moment Matters. And that really stemmed from every mom has a moment, whether it's good or bad. You have a lot of those throughout the day. But really at Jewel, we are rooted in the community, rooted in the families, and know that moms are the unsung heroes. So we want to celebrate moms across Chicagoland. And last year it was our first inaugural year, and it was amazing. And you were there for all of it. And this year we are back and bigger and better than ever. So we're excited to celebrate moms and give back at the same time.
Yeah, it's evolved. It looks like you're giving away like iPads and gift cards and all kinds of different stuff now this year.
Yep.
And so when it launched, it was very cool because you could scan a QR code that's coming back. So that'll be in stores. Yep. People can scan the QR code and you can register. And you got to, on the back end, we got to see the stories.
Yes.
And you would see a lot of these stories about women nominating themselves or their mom or their friend or their neighbor. And reading them alone is amazing. But I have to tell you, when you meet these people at the gala, it's going to be the Galentine's Gala.
Yep.
That was one of the coolest experiences I've had.
It was so cool. And seeing who they brought too. So I remember there was a mom there that brought her daughter, and she wanted her daughter to know. They drove because they lived pretty much close up to Wisconsin, and they drove, and she wanted her daughter to see I work really hard, but I also get to experience really good, really amazing things. And there's women with all different backgrounds here and being honored because of things that got them here. There was a woman who had just beat, I think it was stage 4 cancer. There was a woman who won and then had found out, right a few days before that she had miscarried. And she was like, I just needed this time. And that wasn't even her story, but it was just such she was like, you don't know how much I need this. And there's some other women that brought their husbands. They were like, we just need a night out.
Yeah.
The two of us.
And that's what was cool. You think it's going to be all ladies. No, they brought husbands. They brought whoever they wanted. Like you said, daughters, moms, everyone. Yep. And it was such a cool, I did things I've never done before, like the whole oxygen station.
Yes.
Whoa, that was awesome. I've never done that before. And it was just such a day of pampering. And you thought of things that as moms, we definitely don't have time to think of ourselves, let alone be able to actually book the time and do them. Yep. So that's all taking place at the Galentine Gala.
Yep.
And that's going to be back at the Ritz-Carlton in February.
Yep.
So what do people do if they want to go?
So this year we've kind of taken a little bit of a different approach, and it's more of a transformation. And basically what we're doing is we are having 2 pop-up events prior to the actual gala and then the gala. And anybody can come to the pop-up event so that we can pamper anyone who shows up. And then the gala is actually 100 women, and they can go to momatsatjewelosco.com and they can enter to win. And throughout the and it's through February that we're doing the entries. And throughout the time, as they enter to win, they actually are, for every entry, we're giving $1 back to Wings, which is our charitable partner during this. So they're not only doing something for themselves by trying to either win an iPad, the gift cards, an AirTag if you want to AirTag your kids, I don't know, or your husband.
We're not laughing. It's true.
It's true. And then you also get a chance to come to the gala.
Yeah, the whole thing is great. And again, I love how it's evolved. It's in the different, do you fund the local charities? Do the charities come to you? How do you guys go about that process?
We partner with a lot of charities. We find it super important. We're here in the community. We have 31,000 employees that live and work in the community to give back. So we have our public relations and community director. She has a whole list of all of the cause marketing that we do and all the charities. And so we decided to kind of partner up, look through it, and figure out who made the most sense for this.
I love that you said she as well.
Yes,
and I love that you, a mom, came up with this. Because it is, I think, so many of these things, sometimes they're great. And then you look at who's behind it, and it's a board of dudes. Yeah. And that's fine. And we love dudes too. But I love that and last time you were here, we talked about, the joys of when your kid hits a certain age and you can take a shower by yourself,
Yeah.
or then, your kid hits a different age. And now I'm at the age where I'm tracking my kid, and we got on the air, we talked about where to buy our kids clothes because they trash them immediately.
This morning, I actually think I yelled out, "Can I go to the bathroom without someone saying my name and needing something? Daddy's right out there." So
the answer is no.
No,
the answer is no. And it will always be that way. And we love our kids. It's the joy of being the mom, and that's what's so cool about this. It's a celebration, but it is also taking a minute and celebrating ourselves, because it is a full-time job, and like you, a lot of us have full-time jobs.
Yep. I think one thing that you said that I love is it is true, and in the grocery industry, it is very male dominated. I work for all men. They're amazingly supportive of the working mom, which I appreciate so much. But it's women lifting women up, women understanding women, and then having them behind it saying, okay, I see what she's saying. Yes, I do realize I don't know what size shoe my child wears, and that's okay. That's what mom's there for, right? Right. So, and I do have to shout out. My husband does do the cooking in our house, so he at least keeps our kids fed.
I'm pretty sure you do the shopping.
Yeah, I do. I do the shopping, but he does the cooking. Yes. So.
But, no, I mean, again, they're great, but even something as simple as when you and I were talking off the air about how getting ready for this, and you're like, you had to do your hair at 4 a.m. That's not something everyone thinks about. But if you're a mom and you're a working mom, that is the stuff you think about, and that's the stuff you're acknowledging and rewarding and all of it. So,
and giving people we keep saying moment for themselves. So
that's probably what moms are the worst at.
Yeah.
Taking a moment for themselves.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think we covered a lot of what we want to talk about. Do you want to name any of the sponsors involved this year?
Yeah. So I think one of the things that we saw last year was we had 8 vendor partners last year that were along for the ride, and they didn't know what to expect. And then after what they saw, all the things we did last year and how amazing it was, we had a slew of vendors at our door being like, okay, we want to be a part of this. We have 14 this year.
Wow.
And they all make so much sense. I know that I won't be able to name them all, but you've got your Procter & Gamble, who is, your detergents and your diapers and everything like that. You've got Mondelez, who's Nabisco, and it's your, Cliff Bars, things like that. Smithfield is one that's that's the center of the plate at dinner. Your milk from Kemp's. You've got Sargento. I mean, just all of these amazing ConAgra brands, all these amazing big companies that are like, okay, this matters. And then when we walk them through kind of the pop-ups that we're having and all of the different things that we're doing, and then the partnership with Wings, it was like a no-brainer for them to be a part of it.
So today we're going to be together. It's the launch again, which we were at last year, and TV was there. That was so scary. And they're going to be back. So what can I expect today?
Oh my gosh. So today is this transformation event, and it's basically taking our store at Kinsey and Des Plaines. And it's just this beautiful, I don't want to let all of the excitement out of the bad, but it's basically, if you think floral and women and, it's taking our store and transforming it into this almost like this stepping out of where you are into this getaway. And that's kind of where we're going with all of these events that we're doing. We have some vendor partners who are there. We'll have, bites for everybody. We'll have some Instagrammable moments. JoJo, our favorite mascot in Chicagoland, will be there for pictures, and every vendor that is a part of it. Like I said, there's 14 different vendors that stepped up to the plate that absolutely makes sense to be a part of this. They will be there. You'll absolutely know who they are, and it makes sense, right? So you think about a Cliff Bar. That's a grab and go thing as you're on your way out the door as a busy mom. It's to keep you from getting hangry like I do all the time. We have all of these amazing vendors, Mondelez, ConAgra. There's just so many of them, and they'll be represented there, and there'll be some fun, exciting things going on there. And then we've got our pop-up events coming up.
Can you tell us about those?
I can. Yeah. So their first one's coming up is January 18th. It's at Lux Landing on Michigan Avenue, and it's basically to give every mom a moment, or whoever wants to stop by. And it's there. Obviously, you guys will be there. We're gonna have at every event. We'll have the music and fun and a DJ. But there's a makeover, so taking a time out to see what your palette is. There's Instagrammable moments. So our partnership with Wings is super important to us. And there's Instagrammable wings that will be there, and just a lot of really fun, exciting things. Every one of our events, we're giving away a weekend getaway to the Ritz-Carlton Chicago, which is super exciting for anyone who wins. And then the one that I'm extremely excited about, which is is during a workday. So people should stop by on the workday at Willis Tower.
I saw this. I want to know more.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So there's this wall, and I joke that it's like the Addams Family hand coming out of it, the hand that goes, but that comes out, and you press a button. It's for your mom, and a hand comes out with a surprise. So it could be like a huge surprise. It could be a bib. It could be a Kemp's cow squishy stress thing. And then we're gonna have a bike there, and you can pedal. And the faster you pedal, the more the wings light up behind you. And for every person that can light the wings up fully, we will donate $100 back to Wings.
Okay. So I'm hearing a claw game where you win all the time.
Yep.
And the claw just comes to you.
You press a button and hands it out.
That's amazing.
You ring a doorbell basically.
Yeah.
And
then
opens up.
Something hands you something. Okay, that's amazing. And then you're riding a bike for charity.
Yep.
Oh, this is all. I can't wait. I'm going to crash this. I think our own Jenny V and Emma Day are going to be there, and I want to go too. This is awesome.
Because they will also have hand and shoulder massages at both of those, which is awesome and amazing. And really just showing, giving the moms a moment for themselves, a time to take literally a breath and be there while you still have all this other stuff going on in the back of your head. But.
Right. I mean, we have Mother's Day, and that's fine. And that's great.
Yeah.
But one more would be great.
Yes.
And so thanks for adding another day to celebrate. Yes. In fact, 3, we've got, the pop-up event, or the event today launching it, the 2 pop-ups, and then the 4th with the Ritz-Carlton event, which again, last year was so spectacular. I mean, everyone was hugging. Strangers were sitting at tables talking to each other.
I met some of the coolest women.
It really was such a cool event. Yeah. There was a point you and I think were crying on stage because it was just really great to hear why everyone was there and how everybody needed it, even if they didn't totally know they needed it. And almost more so the +1. That was the other cool thing. Like, you had the nominated person, and then the +1 is like, oh my gosh, you guys, you don't know how much she needed this.
I looked over. My +1 was my mom, and I looked over, and her eyes were closed, and she was getting a shoulder massage. And I have this picture that will haunt her forever because it's hilarious, and she's just sitting there enjoying it, and like she walked around like a proud peacock, right? Like my daughter is responsible for this, but at the same time, she took full advantage of all of that. So.
Right. And as a true daughter, like we do to all of our moms, you have that photo as like, to hold on to. This is the terrible picture of you, Mom. I'm going to keep it forever.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, this is all part of Jewel Osco and the Momments campaign, and the second year.
Yep.
It's evolved. It's cool. It's wonderful. Please get involved, because we all have a mom in our life, whether it's your own mom, whether you're a mom, you're a neighbor, a friend, a sister. I mean, the list of the people we met last year went on. An aunt, exactly. The cool aunt. Yeah. Whatever it is, nominate them, because they deserve it. They need it. And they will love this event. And they'll love all these events.
Yep.
But really, so go to your Jewel Osco, scan that QR code, and think about all the moms in your life.
If you don't make it to scan the QR code, momments@jewelosco.com can give you all the information and all of the events, in case we didn't give you enough detail on it. And we look forward to having everybody there. I can't wait to have you there again this year.
But we'll be cheersing at the Ritz.
Yes.
Join us. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for having me.